Say what you want to say about Tyler, the Creator, but what you cannot deny are his talent, creativity, and originality. The no-holds-barred agent provocateur has become something of a cultural phenomenon. You don't believe me? Ask your kids. Building a huge fan base across a variety of platforms, from hip-hop to TV, fashion, and new media. He recently launched his golf media app, which allows him, wisely, to stream content directly to his fans, and has just dropped a new album. It's titled Cherry Bomb. Tyler, good to have you on this program.
My man.
Good to see you. You all right?
Yeah.
I want to start by asking...
Before that,
sure.
I think the first time I saw you was, this might have been 2001, 2002. Uh-huh. And I think you had R. Kelly and Pharrell on a panel about music producing. And you guys talked about my favorite album ever, In Search Of, by Pharrell's band. And that's the first time I saw the cover. And I was like, oh, that looks cool. And then I went and got that album, and it shaped everything.
Changed your world.
Yeah,
Wow.
so thank you for that.
Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Speaking of albums, now you're making me change my direction.
Okay.
Did I read somewhere that you a Roy Ayers fan?
Yeah, I got him on my album. Big, deep fan. Like, and
Why Roy Ayers? For a person, how old are you now?
24. I just turned 24.
Hey, so how did you become a Roy Ayers fan? And I love Roy Ayers. I'm just curious.
Well,
what's
this the music I listen to.
Yeah.
You know, that I grew up on, and then just digging more and getting more into the music that I have an ear for. I just got into him, and I got in contact with him, and I sent him the song I wanted him on, and he called me and was just like, oh, young man, oh, Tyler, these changes, they cold, man. These chords are cold. And to hear someone like him who's been doing this since forever, to acknowledge someone like me was awesome.
Yeah, well, see, I feel the same way, or the exact opposite, which is to say that for someone of your generation to have the kind of respect and regard you have for an artistic genius like Roy Ayers says something to me about your musical taste. That Roy Ayers is one of your heroes.
Well, yeah, it's all ear. I mean, it's all ear. You know, I don't like to judge a book by its cover, because some people might look at our generation and think everyone's like that. But, you know, people are different, you know, so that's just where my ear is and the type of music that I enjoy listening to.
So speaking of not judging a book by its cover, I want to ask you this question. How do you see yourself, and how do you want others to see you? How do you see yourself?
I think the same way. I'm very bright, I'm smart, I'm annoying and obnoxious. I'm very creative and borderline genius. And I think other people see that too, or are starting to see the good points. People just see me as very annoying and obnoxious, but they're starting to be like, he's not actually stupid.
Yeah. And
very talented.
And a lot of humility, I see.
Yeah, and like, you know, I'm curious enough to, like, if I'm like to explore whether it's music or clothes or whatever. You know, I'm not afraid to ask questions either.
What does that curiosity come from? And I raise that because you mentioned Pharrell earlier in this conversation. And one of the things I love about him and respect about him is he's just like you, or you're going to be like him, I should say, where you guys got your hands in a little bit of everything. What does that kind of curiosity come from?
I don't know. I'm just born like that, I guess. I mean, I guess people are scared, you know? People are scared to ask questions and learn more. You know, even like, for example, like I hated school, but that's because I wasn't learning what I wanted to learn.
That makes sense.
You know? Yeah. I'm like, me and my friend Lionel, we love talking about ether and the, like, space and planets and just weird stuff. But in school, we hated science, but now we love going to Barnes and Nobles and just going through books and looking on the internet and Googling articles on all this stuff that they were trying to teach us. But it maybe because I'm defined, it was probably the structure, and because it was being, you know, pushed down my throat, that made me say, whoa, I don't want to learn this. But, you know, now I'm curious on what's what and what is this made of and what materials are and things like that. So
how were you, I'm curious, how were you regarded? That is to say, how were you treated by other students in school? Were you the favorite student? Were you treated like a nerd? Were you an outcast?
I was a class clown.
Right.
But I switched schools a lot, so I was a new kid everywhere.
Why so many schools?
I don't know. I guess me and my mom moved a lot, which we did, but I switched schools all the time.
Here in L.A.?
Yeah, all in L.A. I went to school in Elk Grove, Sacramento for like 2 weeks. It was horrible.
2 weeks, okay.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, kids, they were cool. They thought I was weird, especially the inner city black kids, just because it sucks. Just our community as, you know, black people, we're kind of closed-minded, very closed-minded. So back then, they would just consider a guitar white boy music. So me listening to different types of music, they'll easily regard that as white boy music and would just shun you, regardless of, even if you like rap and things like that. So the way that I was cool with the black kids was the fact I knew how to rap. So I would battle like other kids and things. So that's kind of how I didn't like get fully shunned out.
If I said to you that your brand, your presentation comes across to some as you're saying that the rules don't apply to me and I ain't got a problem offending you. That is to say, I ain't got a problem getting in your face in neon colors. If I said that that's how some interpret you, you'd be okay with that?
For the most part, yeah. I don't think it's any rules to anything. Right. You know, it's rules are limiting. And when it's rules, you can't be curious because it's a box right there and you can't explore and see what's over there and learn if there was any rules, you know? And it's have you seen the movie Pleasantville?
I have, absolutely.
Like that's at the end when he goes back home to his mom and she's crying because she thought she had the perfect car and he's explaining to her it's no perfect anything, it's no rules. You live how you want. And another movie like that, Dead Poets Society with Robin Williams. I watched that and him just being so like brutal on them being free thinkers and the school firing him for putting that in kids' heads was crazy. But it's no different from like a lot of things, from religion, from America, from just how the world thinks with not allowing people to be free thinkers. And I just hope when people look at me, I give them that confidence to say, go for whatever they want to go for.
The longer I talk, the more I like how you process things. Mikey, our camera guy here, and I are both huge Prince fans. And I would never have seen
He's sick.
Yeah, he is.
His name was a symbol.
I would never have seen Pleasantville if one day he hadn't made me see this. I mean, he's the one, because he saw in that film, I think some of the things that you saw. He said, Tavis, you have to see Pleasantville. When I saw it, I got it, but that would never been on my list of movies to see. So the fact that you saw that and took something away from it is interesting to me.
Yeah, and it's something I always say, don't let them turn your color into black and white. And even the satire behind that film could even just go from, you know, how black people and white people, just things like that. And even me in school, even as a young kid, I loved pink and yellow, and I'm pretty toned down today.
The hat's got a little pink in it.
Yeah, I love pinks and yellows and blues and just exploring, and they all love just black, and not even with colors, just personality. You know, they would always tell me to calm down and chill and things like that, but no, that's just my personality. That's how I am. And I always try to tell people, don't try to change for other people. Don't let them turn your color into black and white. And I just saw that movie about a year ago, and it seems like that movie fully captured, in one thing, exactly what I've been trying to say.
I see that.
That's a good movie.
To your music.
Paul Walker's gorgeous in that movie. My God. Oh.
That's funny. You talked earlier about persons that you have listened to. When you're writing, what inspires you?
Well, when I was younger, about, let's say, 16, 17, 18, 19, I was more creating worlds and characters, and, you know, I would read a lot of, like, just because me liking to learn, I would read about certain people and then just try to get in their head and see how they would write a song. And then now, I kind of just write about my life. Like, I have a song called Hair Blows on the new album that's just talking about, I like when this girl hair blows in the car. And I wrote that because I was with a female friend of mine, and we were in my car, and she was hanging out the sunroof and her hair was blowing. And I felt like the man, and I wrote a song about it. And I think a lot of artists kind of mess up because you don't know much about them after a certain point in time. So I realized none of my music will sound the same if I just write songs actually about my life, because every 2 years you should not be in the same place that you were.
But it does take some courage, though, to be still transparent about your own life.
Well, a lot of people aren't honest because they're not comfortable with themselves.
That's right.
So that's why you have a bunch of songs about the same things on the radio, because one, it's comforting to a simple listener, and two, people just aren't comfortable with themselves. They're not easy. They're not. If I was like, hey, I'm depressed, you'll be like, wow. But because a lot of people won't be able to do that or tell you what they like and stand for it and why they won't like it.
Yeah.
And that goes again with a lot of people being closed-minded.
Yeah. I'm out of time because I want to get this on tape. So the next time you come, I know. Can you believe we're just getting started? Can you believe
always cutting us short.
So before you leave,
Black people just
before
never
you leave, Tyler, tell me all the things that you are creating, because when I see you
Everything.
again, it's your chance. Run the list. Tell me all the stuff you're working on.
Name something. I bet you I'll make it.
Fashion,
clothes, furniture, a magazine, music. I'm gonna start a band next year. Everything, shoes, literally everything. I'm gonna do kitchen stuff. I'm working on cars. I hope Bic sees this. I'm trying to do some things with their markers. I love their markers.
Right.
I don't know, everything. I'm gonna try to do, I wanna design the inside of the spaceship furniture. If Elon Musk is really making spaceships, it could have sick color palettes. I don't know, jewelry. I'm gonna do jewelry for women soon, because I really love jewelry. I don't know.
I got that list.
I'm gonna make you a tie.
Okay. You don't like this one?
It's cool,
but you can do better than this?
No, if you like it, that's cool. I'm just saying, I want to have my take on ties. I don't wear ties, but I know in the future, one day I'm going to wear one, so I want to get started.
I'm going to hold you to this. You promised me on national television.
One thing, I'm not a liar.
Okay. Well, you just you're on TV saying you're going to make me a tie. I'm holding you to that.
I don't know what camera to look at.
Yeah, right here. With the light on. I'm going to hold Tyler, the Creator, to making me a necktie, and I'm going to wear it the next time you come on this program.
High five, man.
I appreciate you, man. We'll go up top. We'll go up top.
All right.
I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you.
Thanks for coming on.
You make us look good.
You make me look good by being here. That's our show tonight. Thanks for watching. And as always, keep your faith.